Alright, we're here on location today, Ultra One here at Discount Tire in Hackettstown. A friend of mine, Chris, owns this tire establishment. And basically we're having a conversation a couple of days ago, and he said, I'd like to paint these walls, but I didn't think I could get them clean enough to get the paint to stick. So I said, okay, well let me show you something. And I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to demonstrate to the dealers and distributors that new bottle with the dilution control, how you can measure how much dilution it takes to clean some pretty heavy dirt. Basically what we have here, we have drywall and cinder block. It's basically what gets piled here, the tires he takes off of cars. So you got rubber and road dirt that's on tires, which is on the cinder block and up against the wall here, and whatever dirt blows in when the garage doors are up here. So if you see some white dots there, that was a quick test I did here yesterday. My camera guy's back since Good Friday, last one I shot myself. This will be a continuation of the one I shot on Good Friday with that same bottle I'm going to show you. So basically, I'm going to just start over again with the bottle, what I did yesterday, and show you exactly what we did here. Same list deal here again. I got the two bottles here. I have them with the 93 tube and the 70 tube. The ones I have in my hand here right now, this has got the 93 tubes in it. So we're going to go with the high dilution and see how far we can go. I already know what these were yesterday, but we're going to go right now and just see where we're at. We'll put this on 5 right off the bat, and we'll start here. So on the 5 dilution on these tubes here, I believe we're at a dilution of 6:1 strength here. So we'll just squirt that on there. We'll let that set a little bit here. Take a little brush to it. And there we go. So we know at that dilution it works just fine. Let me then get some water on it, rinse this off. Alright, so we know that works there. So you know what we'll do? We'll take the dilution, we'll go to 0 here, which is a dilution of 1 to 60. And let's see if that'll clean it. Because that was the main thing I showed you in the video, was you can take this and figure out what's it take to clean it. Now, I have to scrub a lot harder at this than I did there when we're on the number 5 setting, but it is coming out here. So obviously, we can clean this at 60:1 or anywhere in between. So once again, this product is proven. It's very powerful. So we know now from being able to take this from 0 to 5, anywhere on the high setting, the low setting, it will clean this wall. I did a section of the cinder block down here yesterday. The way I would normally do this here, I'd come in here and I'd either soak this with the G5 like we use in the Lincoln Tunnel, and I'd let it set, and then I'd just come back with a nylon bristle brush and just rinse it off. I don't know if you want to bring a power washer in here and start going nuts, because this is drywall. You don't want to be wrecking the sheetrock. This here, you get this too hard with the pressure washer. You don't want to be taking the paint off it, for the pressure washer, so you want damage-free cleaning here is what you want to accomplish at this point. Let me show you how the G5 would work on this wall here. Everybody knows the G5 is a gel version of what the regular Ultra One is. It's a food-grade xanthium gum. Just makes it thick like whisk. Now the advantage to this is, see, it's like, just gotta see what motor oil or whisk or something like that would be. The advantage of this is, when you use this, it's like sliming something. When I spray, what you saw me spray before, just a normal water-based cleaner, if you don't work it the first 3 minutes, it dries up. But when you're using the gel, like in the Lincoln Tunnel, what we do here, we put it out, we spray it out, and it's uniform. This way, you see I'm spraying it, I'm getting full coverage and stuff here. I'm going to just let that sit. We'll do other things here for probably like 5 minutes, and I'll come back. Instead of me jumping right at where I got to scrub, I should be able to come back with a sponge and just wipe that dirt away. We're going to try it in the cinder block here the same way and see, letting that sit here. Let the product do the work instead of us scrubbing on this. A lot of dirt on the top up here. We'll see what that's like. And we'll just So when you put on the G5, the main thing is uniform coverage. You want to make sure it's covered completely, because if it's not uniform, you'd have polka dots. If you had it there and had a dry spot in between, well, you'd have it not, working in a certain spot because you didn't spray it or cover it on there. All right, so basically at this point here, it wouldn't matter what setting at this time. Now we take this and go anywhere on this wall, from 0 to 5, anywhere in between any of these dilutions. You're seeing from all these dots on the wall. He basically, once we clean this shop, he could just clean this place. You wouldn't have to paint it. It is all here. It's just that the dirt and stuff, over time has gotten ahead of the paint job in here. And it's just been preserved. It's just hiding, right underneath the dirt and stuff. So, let's see. I don't know, we'll put this on 3 while we're waiting for that to sit a bit. We'll just do another spot here, I guess. You can see that's not like the gel. So that's running down the wall. Let me put a sponge to that and see if that'll sponge it up. This is the famous Scrub Daddy. Yeah, it's working, but it takes a lot more. A brush works a lot better because this wallboard does have a grain in it, as you can see. But if he wants to scrub this wall, this place would come clean. I'm not going to scrub it too hard. I'm going to rinse it with some water I brought. All right. So yeah, you get the idea. If he was to wash this, maybe he still wants to paint it when he's done, but again, you couldn't paint this wall unless you washed it, because he's right, the paint would not stick. This has only been on here a couple of minutes, but we'll come back right now with G5. See how that's been on here. This is what we use in the Lincoln Tunnel to give it a dwell time before the brush truck comes through. The way it's working the whole time. I don't want to scrub on it too much because I don't want to take the wallboard here because it's so wet. I don't know what type of paint's on here. But we can already see what paint was on the wall is still there. What somebody had spilled on the wall before had taken off the paint a while ago. But you can see how quick and fast this went, the G5, by giving it a little time without me scrubbing on it, as opposed to over here where we just sprayed it and went quick with the sponge. This was the better way on that type of heavier dirt. We'll come down here on the cinder block and we'll scrub this with a brush. This has had the G5 on it. We'll see what this looks like in a minute or two here. We'll get some pressure up here. We don't have a hose, we're just going quick here. Alright, so in essence, really quick here, you can see that the dirt's off the cinder block. When that dries, if he wants to paint, the whole block and start over again, he can. But, this building hasn't been cleaned in probably 20, 30 years. This has been the type of, dirt since this tire shop has been here. Because I've been in town that long and I know how long they've been throwing tires and they haven't cleaned this place. So this is a lot of dirt, but in essence, all the little white dots on the wall that we did here, we went from dilution rates from 1 to 4 to 1 to 60, and basically all these white dots all look about the same here. And you can see if we do a bigger surface with a brush, G5, or with the sprayer, the result's going to be the same. This whole building will come clean and look, 100% better than it does now. and it'll be extremely clean if he decides to paint it at this point. So that's basically it for this today. So going back to the bottle again, the new Ultra One Take 5 bottle, water in the front, the Ultra One CF220 or super concentrate in the back, anywheres from 0 to 5, which is 6 different settings. You can put hot or cold in the front of this bottle. The nozzle you can adjust to either a mist spray or a stream. You'll be filling this water bottle a lot more than the concentrate bottle in the back. So you're going to use very little concentrate. You'll use more water continually because of dilutions. Like I say, some of the dilutions, depending on the tubes, when you're doing windows and glass, you could be anywhere from 1 to 60 or 1 to 44. When you're doing heavy duty cleaning on 5, you're at 1 to 6 or maybe 1 to 4, and then everywhere in between. So between these settings, between this and the G5 product, there's not a job site you're going to walk onto that anywhere between 0 to 5, or with the G5, there's no dirt you're going to come up against that you cannot clean. So hopefully the proof's in the pudding, as they say, or in the video here. And we're going to go ahead and help Chris clean this building over the next couple of weeks, and we'll have that video and those pictures when we get that done, and we'll share those up on the website also. So it's a beautiful day in New Jersey. Enjoy your afternoon. It's Friday.